banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway for round number 3 on this 9th day in the month of May. I gotta say, it is good to be back with you, racing family. I heard I had some great fill-ins though last week. I want to thank Ramsey Stewart, Aaron Douglas, and Morgan Rhodes for filling in for me last week. Missed you guys, but back here to celebrate another race night, to celebrate Teacher Appreciation Week. I want to thank all the teachers that are here. I also want to thank all the mothers as well. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But also, it is a special weekend as well, as we've got some birthdays to celebrate. Want to send a happy birthday out to Jace Jones, David Douglas, Trustin Cox, and a 4th person sharing a birthday with them. That's me, Super Shane. So good to have the share a birthday. Here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, we are more than a track. It's a home, a place where family, drivers, and fans come together to make lasting memories, build community, and share the love of Jesus Christ. Tonight at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, we proudly honor our teachers and our mothers, the people who guide, inspire, and support, and sacrifice so much for every day. Can we give a round of applause to our mothers and our teachers? I want to wish a very special happy Mother's Day to my mother, Marianne, and to my wife, Bethany, and also a very, very special happy Mother's Day to Michaela Bradshaw. Michaela, we are thinking of you tonight and this weekend, and happy Mother's Day. We live in the greatest country in the world. Why? Because of the courageous men and women who fight to protect our freedom and safety. It takes someone truly special to serve on the front lines. So let's show respect and appreciation for all those who have been enrolled in United States Armed Forces. If that's you, can you please stand as we proudly support you if you have or are currently enrolled in the United States Armed Forces. Let's give these guys and ladies a round of applause. Here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, we stand on John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So tonight, let's celebrate blessings, not just for our incredible country, but for the truth that we are one nation under God. If you all would please rise and move your hats as we will have our invocation. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you once again, Lord, for who you are. Lord, we thank you for dying on the cross for our sins and taking the place for us. Lord, tonight I wish a very special love to our mothers and our teachers that are here. And Lord, I thank you for the women and the teacher and the men that have stepped up in the classrooms on the front lines in our schools to teach our kids. And Lord, I thank you for our mothers that love us and support us every single day. And Lord, I know there's people out there tonight that probably don't have their mother standing right next to them. And Lord, I just pray that you just be with them. And Lord, just be with their children. Lord, I thank you for the men and women that fight for our country so that we have the freedom to be here tonight. Lord, I pray a hand of protection and safety over everybody, the drivers, the crew, the fans, and the staff. And Lord, most of all, let us have a great night. And most importantly, let us honor you. In Jesus' name, amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Well, thank you once again, fans, for being here, and it's now time for those famous questions that I ask each and every week. Let's start over there with the greatest tailgate party in America. You guys got the best seats in your vehicles, in your lawn chairs, by the barbecue grill, enjoying some time with the family and friends. You guys have showed up tonight. Great looking crowd over there. How about it wild side from churn number 3 all the way to Pork Belly Bend? Wild side, are you ready for some great racing action? Love to hear it there on the wild side. Now over here to the greatest seats of them all. You got the backrest, you got the shade, and you got the great seats right here on the front stretch. From the teachers and the mothers that got in free tonight to everybody from to the left to the right. Grandstands, are you ready for some great racing action? Well, it's an honor for you guys to be here tonight and welcome you. My name is Super Shane, the voice of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. We've got an action-packed night for you. Throughout the night, don't forget to visit Route 66 Lemonade, Roberts Coast Snow Biz, and Bramble Springs Bakery, all on the midway. And don't forget to visit our concession stands over on the grandstand side and the wild side. And also don't forget to stop by the Highland Dairy Ice Cream fan deck off of churn number 1, Pork Belly Bend. And we're also doing a Lions Club 50-50 raffle. And just to remind everybody that we are racing next Saturday night for the Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial, and we're having the rodeo barrel racing lawnmowers back for round number 2 next week, so a lot of great racing action. But up first, fans, we've got the Bald and Bougie Bandoleros, and this weekend we have Redhead Bando School joining us, giving an opportunity to some young drivers to get a chance to race with us and get some seat time. And tonight the Bandoleros are qualifying tonight, so they will qualify. So when they get ready here, they will go 2 laps around the small track. And tonight we've got 6 bandos on hand with us tonight. Looking forward to the bandos. First car out, that'll be the R1, Ben Malvin from Dixon, Missouri. Just 14 years of age in that R1. All right, so here we go. Give him a warm-up lap here. Ben and Melvin out of Dixon, Missouri, part of the Redhead Bando School. And he'll go around in lap number 1 here, going to turns 1 and 2. A little slick there, and then coming out of 2. But he'll come around here for lap number 1. And white flag is in the air. 15.348 for Bennett. 15.348. Do apologize, the scoreboard not working tonight. We're trying to get that fixed before next week. His quick time was 15.348. 15.348 was his quickest. All right, coming on the track now from Lebanon, Missouri, will be the 10, Dominic Stevenson. 13 years of age. Dominic started racing with us this season in that 10 machine. He's a part of the middle school football team and plays for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets traveling team. What a season they're having this season. Had this weekend off. He is racing here tonight, going to qualify here. White flag is in the air, 20.103, 20.103. So 20.103. On the track now, it's the 11 of Waylon Green out of Lebanon, Missouri. Green flag is in the air. $19.932, $19.932. Next out is car number 1, Connor Bowling from Rolla, Missouri, 15 years of age. So the chain came off. And he kept going. So got debris there in turn number 1. Believe that might be the chain. So they'll get that picked up. We'll see if they get the chain back on there. Come on the track now to be the 15, Jedrick Sittler out of St. Louis, Missouri, 14 years of age. Jedrick, runner-up in the point standings last season. Of 13.451, 13.451. His chain broke. And coming on the track now, it's the 7 of Sam Douglas. Last year's track champion in Bald and Bougie Bandoleros and winner on night number 1 back on April the 14th. Uh, 12.686 for Sam. 12.686 for Sam. To be Sam Douglas with a fast time of 12.686. Jedrick Sidler, time of 13.451. Bevan Melvin with a time of 15.348. Connor Bowen with a time of 16.637. B. Waylon Green with a time of 19.932. And Dominic Stevenson with a time of 20.103. Here we go on the pole for this one. It'll be Gary Barrows, week number 1 feature winner, the Nicholas Bradshaw Chargers. Then on the outside with a 23 of Michael Jurgensen, hashtag 23 strong out of Lebanon, Missouri. Last week's feature winner. Then missing the 53 of Joe Williams out of Lebanon, Missouri. Looks like not making the call. So the lights are off. Green flag next time as we are missing the 53 of Joe Williams. Gary Barrows from Camden, Missouri. His sponsors are D's Guns and More, AAA Dock Repair and Welding, and Michael Jurgensen. The outside, Shelby Dent, Adam Williams, Brian Monahan, and Leo Morgan Fencing, 417 Sports Cards. As green flag is in the air. We go lap number 1. We'll go to the 23 of Michael Jurgensen. Out front, the 1 of Gary Barrows second. As Michael Jurgensen has a 0.7 of a second lead in front of the 1 of Gary Barrows. And they come around here for lap number 2. Now 0.5 of a second as Barrows is closing the gap on the 23 of Michael Jurgensen. Mitch, and looking forward to seeing this class possibly grow throughout the season. But right now, we got some fantastic drivers on the track now, showcasing some speed as Michael Jurgensen on that outside. Gary Barrows is on the inside, side by side. And what a race we have coming out of 4. White flag is in the air. One more time around. As at the line, it's going to be the 23 of Michael Jurgensen getting the win. The 1 of Gary Barrows coming home in second. All right, coming on the track now, it'll be the Nate's Concrete and Pumping Street Stock heat races, 2 heat races for them. This is how they'll line up for heat number 1. It'll be the 6 of Ed Mangus out of Lebanon, Missouri. On his outside from Conway, Missouri, will be the 55 of Dale Thomas. Row number 2 on the inside will be the 7 of Mike Sloan out of Rolla, Missouri. Then on his outside will be the 27 of Dakota Scribner. Row number 3 on the inside from Rayville, Missouri will be the 71 of Don Moran. On his outside from Buffalo, Missouri will be the 33 of Parker Darnell. 6 cars, 8 laps is your distance. And man, this one is filled with some talented drivers. Keep your eye there on that 7 machine on the inside of row number 2. Mike Sloan, former late model track champion here at the High Banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. You got a great row in row number 1 between Ed Mangus and the 55 of Dale Thomas. Then you got Dakota Scribner, the outside there. It's good to see that 33 machine. Little Charlotte. Parker Darnell, owned by Riley Sharp, as Riley's had surgery a couple weeks ago, and he's letting Parker Darnell. We got the Lions Club going around doing a 50-50 raffle, but right now we've got Ed Mangus leading the way as green flag will wave, and we're underway. Looks like trouble for the 27, Dakota Scribner. And he will pull into the pits as it will go to the 6 of Ed Mangus, taking lap number 1. Mike Sloan, here he goes on the inside of Mangus. Calling Old Red. That number 7 machine out front now. Sloan leads the way. Mangus second. Here comes the 71 of Morant, sitting there in that 3rd spot. Mike Sloan of 18.023. 18.023. Ed Mangus 0.3 of a second behind Sloan, as Sloan is expanding the lead out front. So right now it is Sloan, Mangus, Morant, Thomas, and Darnell. Coming out of turn number 4, still Mike Sloan out front. 3 more laps to go. Ed Mangus second, Don Morant the 71 in 3rd. As Mike Sloan out front, your leader, the 6 of Ed Mangus, second, the 71 of Don Morant in that 3rd spot, the 55. Dale Thomas in 4th. White flag is in the air one more time around. Checker flag is in the air for the 7 of Mike Sloan. The 6 of Ed Mangus barely holding on to that 2nd spot. The 71 of Don Morant in 3rd. Heard there might be some money over there in Pork Belly Bend in turn number 1. Also got the forgot to mention with the birthday celebrations, a young lady is celebrating a birthday as well over there on the wild side. Briley Wynn, happy birthday, Briley Wynn. Thank you for spending your Saturday night right here at the racetrack. Here we go, get ready for heat race number 2 coming on the track. On the pole for this one out of Lebanon, Missouri will be the 99 of Chris Albright. His outside, Camden, Missouri's 5 of Matt Hazel. Row number 2. Row number 2 on the inside will be the 00 Chris Johnson. And on the outside will be the 0 Corey Henson. Then it'll be the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. Lights are off. Green flag next time. 8 laps is the distance. Good field here of, got the 00 Chris Johnson and Michael Jurgensen. 2 winners so far this season in this heat. Green flag is in the air. The out front is the 5 of Matt Hazel out front. The 00 Chris Johnson second. The 0 Corey Henson on the outside of Johnson. Great racing so far in the middle of the pack. Here comes Johnson closing the gap on Hazel. Down the front stretch they go. Hazel with a 17.9. Chris Johnson with a 17.8. Right now single file as they go down the back stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here comes Johnson driving it hard in the turns number 3 and 4. Down the front stretch they go in the pork belly bend. Then Hazel hold off the 00 Johnson. Look at the race back there for third between Henson and Jurgensen. Henson on the inside, Jurgensen on the outside, side by side. 2 races in 2 different places. As Matt Hazel in the green machine holding out front, holding off the 00 Chris Johnson. Here comes Johnson now as we're halfway through. 0.2 of a second separating as now Johnson has that speed in turns 3 and 4, pulls in front of Hazel, your new race leader, the 00 Chris Johnson. Matt Hazel falls back to second. 0.1 of a second behind him. Hazel, now he's going to try it on the inside. He saw Johnson do it. Let's see if he can do it. Got loose there in the bottom of turn number 3. Johnson holds his line, pulls out on front as he expands the lead to 0.3 of a second now. You got Chris Johnson, Matt Hazel, Michael Jurgensen, your top 3, Corey Henson and Chris Albright. Here comes Jurgensen trying to look on the outside of Hazel. Down the front stretch they go in the pork belly bend in turn number 2. Who's it gonna be? Look at the battle for second. Chris Johnson has the advantage up front. Don't look in the rearview mirror because he's got a great race behind him. Focus on the win. As at the line, it's going to be Michael Jurgensen jumping up to that second spot. So Chris Johnson, your winner. Michael Jurgensen second. Matt Hazel third. Corey Henson fourth. And the 99 of Chris Albright in fifth. Wow, what a race there. Man, these street stocks, the Nate's Concrete and Pumping Street stocks this season have been producing some great racing. Looking forward to that feature later on tonight. Get ready now for late model qualifying. Ready now for late model qualifying. And this is how they will roll out. On the pole, coming out first, not on the pole, but coming out first will be the Lebanon, Missouri's 4 of Devin Russell. Good to have Devin back with us again this season, making his first appearance here in 2026. Ran some straight stocks with us in the past in late models, and did some modifieds in the past as well. Green flag is in the air. That will come out of turn number 4, first time of 16.229, 16.229. And his second time, faster, the time of 16.054, 16.054. Coming out second out of Lebanon, Missouri. Been a while since we've seen him in victory lane, but we saw him last week. It's the 3 of Brennan Willard out of Lebanon, Missouri, sponsored by Lebanon Ready Mix, Midwest Sheet Metal, Alcar Performance, Willard Asphalt, TJR Motorsports. Getting the green flag here. Once again, Brennan Willard ran with us a couple of times last year. Got a feature win last week. First lap is a 16.054. No, 14.768. 14.768. Confused myself on that one. And a little bit slower, 14.938. 14.938. Coming out third, he was last year's Rolling Thunder track champion. It is the 73 of Trenton Masters out of Columbia, Missouri, sponsored by Trillium Accounting, Brendan Willard Motorsports, 91 Performance, Sound Check, Popeye Tire and Garage, Cyber Edge Hosting, Culvert Concrete LLC, Show Me Dirt, and Throttle Up Podcast. Some highlights: he was your 2025 Limited Late Model Champion, 2024 Super Late Model Champion, Rookie of the Year, and 2023 Callaway Raceway Pure Stock Rookie of the Year. First lap of a 15.964, 15.964. That puts him second. And his final lap, 15.707, 15.707. He's 9/10 of a second from the 3 of Brendan Willard. Coming on the track now in the 05 machine from Lebanon, Missouri, sponsored by KO5 on YouTube. It is Kay McQuinney. Some highlights is your Kevin Harvick Raceway 2024 champion, 2025 2,000 to win Crown Vic winner, 3 Bandolero championships in California. His first lap is a 15.062, 15.062. He will come around here for his final lap. See if he gets a little bit quicker. Loose there off of 4. And his time of a 15.064. So 0.2 of a second slower. So right now it is Brendan Willard, Kay McQueenie, the 73 of Trenton Masters, and the 4 of Devin Russell. Coming on the track right now as he is in the JDF2 Motorsports Smith's Trash sponsorship, 5-time track champion in the late models here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Phone family as they lost a good one, Glenn Phone, this week. And he gets the green flag. Jimmy Phone's been running here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway for many years, got many championships, and looking for a good run here tonight. His first lap, third quickest with a time of 15.408, 15.408. And 15.300, 15.300. Last but not least, from Cuba, Missouri. Good to have this guy back with us. It is the 07 of Terry Leporopoulos. Sponsored by LR Automotive, Interstate Regional Stockyards, Chris and Son Towing, McLean's Automotive, and McLean's Cans. .873, 15.873 for Terry. Checkered flag in the air for the 07 of Terry Leporopoulos with a 15.900. So right now it is Brendan Willard, the 05 of Kay McQueenie, the 48 of Jimmy Phone, the 73 of Trenton Masters, the 07 of Terry Leporopoulos, and the 4 of Devin Russell. Fans, just a reminder, during intermission, we are going to have our kids ride in a race car. If you're over there on the wild side, after the Crown Vics heat races, you can make your way over here to the grandstand side and meet here at the bottom of the grandstands. We will have you guys go down to turn number 1. Once you get in the grass area, we'll load you up there on the cars and unload you at the flag stand. Here we go for heat race number 1. The Martins one-stop Crown Vics on the pole from Bourbon, Missouri. Will be 88 of Zane Martin on his outside. From Richland, Missouri will be the 12S of Ben Scott. Row number 2 on the inside from Girard, Missouri will be the 44 of Jim Flannery. On his outside will be Cuba, Missouri, 70 of Yvette Eichelman. Row number 3 on the inside from Mount Vernon, Missouri will be the 21, Yvette Eichelman. Sorry, number 44 of Jim Flannery on the inside of row number 2. And row number 3 will be the 21 of Drew Shaw out of Mount Vernon, Missouri, not making the call. So it'll be the 68 of Rondo Lampke out of Washington, Missouri, and the 87 of A.J. Starnes out of Richland, Missouri. Green flag is in the air. Out front right now, we're in a race between the 12S of Ben Scott and the 88 of Zane Martin. With Yvette Eichelman coming up strong in that third spot in the 70. She's working her way on the outside as Ben Scott leads the way with a time of 20.164, 20.164. Zane Martin working on the outside there, holding off the 70 of Yvette Eichelman. So right now it is Ben Scott out front. The race is for second between the 70 of Yvette Eichelman and the 88 of Zane Martin. As Ben Scott with a 4/10 of a second lead in front of the 70 of Yvette Eichelman. 3 cars right now up towards the front, battling for the lead as Zane Martin made some contact with the 70 of Yvette Eichelman. Yvette Eichelman saying, "Get out of the way, here I come." She's on that inside of the 12 of Ben Scott, racing hard. She's wanting those points in the heat race there because she knows where she's starting in the feature as Yvette Eichelman has moved up now and she's your new race leader. The 12 of Ben Scott still on the outside. But Yvette Eichelman let Ben Scott know that she came here to do some business. And that's what she's doing right now. 12S of Ben Scott in second, the 88 of Zane Martin third. Is AJ Starnes, Jim Flannery, and Rhonda Lamke. As the white flag will wave for the 70 of Yvette Eichelman, the 12S of Ben Scott second, Zane Martin third. Checker flag waves in the air as for the 70 of Yvette Eichelman, Ben Scott holding off the 88 of Zane Martin. So it's Yvette Eichelman, Ben Scott, the 88 of Zane Martin in third. So what a great race there in heat number 1 for the Martins one-stop Crown Vics. Let's get ready now for heat race number 2. Once again, I want to thank Martin's One Stop for sponsoring the Crown Vics. And fans, don't forget to visit our concession stand, the grandstand side and the wild side. Here we go. Heat race number 2. On the pole from Rogersville, Missouri, with a 59 of Travis Wade. On his outside with a 69. Marshall, Missouri's Chris Tender. Row number 2 on the inside from Eldridge, Missouri, with a 93 of Rogers Graves. And on his outside will be the 16 of Lebanon, Missouri's Arletta Vest. Row number 3 out of Eldon, Missouri, with a 28 of Jacob Merriman. His outside will be the 57 Bakersfield, California, Kay McQueenie. It'll be the 31 of Farmer Decker out of Grove Springs, Missouri. Green flag is in the air. It's caution's out, original start as the 59 comes to the stop. We will stack them back up here. Green flag next time. Green flag is in the air. The out front is the 28 of Jacob Merriman. It'll be the 69 of Chris Tender in second. Kay McQueenie. And the 05 in third. The Jacob Merriman out front, Chris Tender second. Kay McQueenie in the 50, in the 05. In that third spot, the 16 of Arletta Vest in fourth. Jacob Merriman coming out turn number 4. As he is got a second gap on the 69 of Chris Tender. Here comes McQueenie. In the 05 there on the inside of Tender. As it is all the Jacob Merriman out front. Gabe McQueenie in the 05 in second, the 69 and Chris Tender in third. White flag in the air one more time around for the 28 of Jacob Merriman. Checker flag in the air for the 28, Jacob Merriman. The 05 of Kay McQueen. In second. Then the 69 of Chris Tender in third. Get ready now for heat race number 3. On the pole will be the 73 of St. Robert, Missouri, of Joseph McWhorter. Then it'll be the 8 of Sierra Herden out of Lebanon, Missouri. Row number 2 out of Lakeway, Missouri will be the 75 of Brad Halterman. And on his outside from St. Robert, Missouri will be the 55 of Brian Moore. Row number 3 out of Marshfield, Missouri will be the 19 of Clay Sarton. On his outside from Plato, Missouri will be the 3 of Garth Griswold. There'll be the 00 of Bill Brown. Green flag is in the air. Lap number 1 going to go to the 8 of Sierra Herden. The 73 of Joseph McWhorter. Second, the 55 of Brian Moore. Third, the 75 of Brad Halterman. In fourth, here comes the 00, Coach Bill Brown. We're riding low on the inside of Halterman. Let's look at the race here in the middle of the pack. McWhorter, Moore, Halterman, Brown, Griswold. Throw a blanket over him. But Sierra Herden, she has her 1.764 second lead in front of the 73 of Joseph McWhorter. He's holding off the 55 of Brian Moore. Right now it is all the 8 of Sierra Herden out front. The 55 of Brian Moore has the advantage and will take over that second spot in front of the 73 of McWhorter, but McWhorter not going anywhere. Side by side, look at those two races in two different places. The race for second, the race for fourth, as Moore pulls away from McWhorter. Brian Moore in the 55 second, Joseph McWhorter in third. Bill Brown jumps up to that fourth spot, closing the gap there. As Brown will dive in on the inside of the 73 of McWhorter. Side by side for third. As it's still Herden, Moore, McWhorter, your top three. Look at the race there for third between Bill Brown and the 73 of McWhorter. Just like basketball, you got to block out. You got to defend your spot. He's playing defense and offense, all in the same run. But Sierra Herden, right now, she is selling houses one after the other, and she gets the win. Brian Moore comes home second. Bill Brown will jump up to that third spot. Joseph McWhorter fourth, and Garth Griswold in fifth. All right, that will bring us to our intermission. So kids, if you want to ride in the race cars. As I am walking down the stairs, I need 5 moms and 1 of your children. I need 5 moms and 1 of your children to meet me down at the bottom. Not everybody want to run at once. I need 5 moms and 1 child of yours. If nobody volunteers, I will choose. See some? Oh, I see some more coming. I will say your child has to be up there in age. I will say that. All right. You can just sit down right here. 5, the first 5 that sits down, that'll be it. 1, 2, 3. Is that your child? Okay. All right. Is that your kid? Auntie? Okay. All right. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I think you were down here first. All right. Remember that. Watch this race. You guys get a front row seat. Here we go. It's time for our Bald and Bougie Bandolero feature. This is how they will line up. Once again, we appreciate the Redhead Bando School for hosting their school the past 2 days. On Thursday and Friday, had a handful of kids come out here and participate in that. And what a great opportunity that is to get more kids in the race cars so they get a chance to tell their mom and dad they want to go race. I talked with one of the drivers down there, Waylon Green, and he said he likes racing now more than he does baseball. So he was a baseball player, and now he wants to be a racer. So this is how they will line up on the pole. Just how they lined up for qualifying will be the 7 of Sam Douglas, last year's track champion, on his outside. This season he's been participating at the Nashville Fairgrounds, and now he is also participating in the iRacing League that we have each and every week. You can follow that on KO5 YouTube. But it's the 15 of Jedrick Sidler, finished second in the point standings. Row number 2 on the inside will be Dixon, Missouri's R1. I've been in Melvin, and on his outside from Rolla, Missouri will be the 1 of Connor Bowman. And then row number 3 will be Lebanon, Missouri's 11 of Waylon Green and Dominic Stevenson out of Lebanon, Missouri in number 10. 6 cars, 15 laps is your distance around the small track. I'll give you the moms that I picked out. When I say the small track, pay attention to what the small track is. That's all I'm going to say, is pay attention to what the small track is and where they go, because that might help you in this special activity we have for you guys. So pay very close attention. They're getting them buckled in, lined up there. Don't forget about the Lions Club 50-50 raffle going on. We will announce that between the street stock and late model race. They will send me the ticket number to that. Good to have the scoreboard back up and running. Must have had an all-nighter and fell asleep and finally decided to wake up just in time for features. We thank the Bald and Bougie Boutique in St. Robert for hosting the Bandoleros, the 2nd season in a row. These are very, very safe cars for your kids. It's not like a go-kart. They got a full roll cage in them and built very, very strong. And once again, for half of the field, this is their first time in a race car in a race. So they've been in the race car before in the past 2 days with our school, the Redhead Bando School. but this is their first actual race. And I went down there to the tent. They had a whiteboard, they had seats, they had everything, teaching the kids all about racing. And so that's what we want to do here, is build the racing up. While they're getting ready, I want to thank my friend Thomas Shaw up there at the perch, the VIP Suite Towers. He is broadcasting live on Show Me Dirt. Here we go. "15 laps will be your distance. 15 laps. You follow along on my race pass just like I do. Green flag is in the air. Oh, we got a pile up in the middle of 1 and 2. Checker flag, checker flag. So we got the 11 of Waylon Green, the 1 of Connor Bowen, all involved there in that accident. Like I said, a lot of these drivers, it's their first time in an actual race. But they're experienced. They went through the whole school. They passed with an A+. If I went through the school, I'd fail with an F-. So we'll get them lined back up here. 15 laps is your distance. Sam and Jedrick in qualifying. I believe it was in the 13s. The fastest they've been today is in the 12s, so 12 seconds around that small track. We got the future flagman right here. Checkered flag, red flag, and the green flag. Don't forget to visit our souvenir stand right here on the grandstand side. So getting them lined back up here. No lap completed, going back to the original restart. Here we go. Douglas and Sidler side by side. They go into turn number 3 and 4. Out of 4, green flag is back in the air. Douglas out front, goes in the bottom of turn number 2, up the track, down the backstretch, down to turn number 3. Down into 4, out of 4. Douglas with 2 to 3 car lengths lead in front of the 15 of Sidler. 3 cars separated themselves. Right now it's Douglas, Sidler, and Bolin. Your top 3. Great racing there in the back of the pack with the 11 of Waylon Green. Jumps up to that 4th spot. The 10 of Dominic Stevenson 5th. And the R1 of Ben and Melvin in 6th. Right now it's the 10 in front of the 11 now. Jumps up to that 4th spot. Right now it's all Sam Douglas out front. Jedrick Sidler in 2nd. The 3 of Connor Bowen in 3rd. Dominic Stevenson in that 4th spot. Douglas now working his way through lap traffic. As he drives there on the inside of Green. Now has Dominic Stevenson in front of him. Douglas trying to work around Stevenson, and Cars going around and turn number 4, Dominic and Waylon Green. We have 8 laps in, 7 more laps to go. So big lead has come to an end now, as we will stack them back up. As Sam had a 4.1 second lead in front of the 15 of Jedrick Sidler. So Sam Douglas, Jedrick Sidler, Connor Mullen in third. The R1, Ben and Melvin moves up to that 4th spot, as the 10 of Dominic Stevenson and Waylon Green was the cause of the caution. Here we go. Getting them lined back up here. 7 more laps to go. Sidler letting Douglas know he's right there behind him. Looking for a clean restart here. Cool to watch these guys on iRacing, the new I-44 Speedway iRacing League. As right now it's Douglas out front, Sidler in the 15 in second. Here comes the 1. Look at the 1 of Connor Bolin. Racing good there. As Collins jumped up to a 12.617, and just as I was talking about him, skid across turn number 4. Just as the announcer was talking about how great he was, that's what you call the announcer's jinx. And he skid down there in the infield off of turn number 4. He'll get a push there. Hey guys, what's going on? You guys got you some Roberts Co. Snow Biz? Hey, is that pretty good?
Yeah.
What flavor did you get?
I don't know.
You don't know? What flavor did you get?
Vanilla, black cherry, and blueberry.
Vanilla, black cherry, and blueberry. Blue raspberry. They got all those flavors there? You know what I would like? I'd like a Snow Biz shaved ice, lemonade with a cream horn, and a scoop of cookie dough ice cream, and a basket of corn nuggets with an ice cold Coca-Cola. And I probably wouldn't be able to stay awake the rest of the night because I would be full and want to go to sleep, okay? Actually, I don't want those things, but all of you guys need those things, so go get you some Snow Biz, Bramble Springs Bakery, get you a lemonade on the wild side or the grandstand side. Moms, are you getting nervous? No? Okay. All right. Do any of you have an idea of what we're going to do? Oh, using the brain a little bit. That's why you're a mom, because you can think ahead. My mom was always ahead of me. She was always 10 steps ahead of me. I thought I was 10 steps ahead of her, but I wasn't. Never. She still is. All right. Here we go. John Shelton giving the 1 to go. Lights will be going off. Green flag next time. And green flag is in the air. Douglas goes in the turns, number 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Schindler shoots up the track down, trying to find that speed. As the laps are clicking down, 4 more laps to go. Douglas down front, 15 of Jedrick Sidler in second. Dominic Stevenson, third spot, as right now it is 3 laps to go. Douglas out front, Jedrick Sidler in second. Here it comes Bowen on the inside of the 10 of Dominic. Hold on to it, Dominic. Oh! And caution coming out. Caution coming out. I'll give these guys credit. Right now, they've done 13 laps in just about 10 minutes, so they're doing a really good job. A lot of beginners in this group. As Dominic Stevenson joined us this season in that 10 machine. Hi, how are you? Are you too? I like your hair color. Can you do that to my hair? I'm looking pink in my hair. Can you do that? Say that again.
That's it.
Oh, look at you. You're going to be an announcer. You're going to be coming after my job. You could have filled in for me last week. I was looking for people to fill in for me. I'll mark you down. I'll put you on the employee list, okay? What's up, bub? How are you? Ozark Parks and Recreation, soccer. You play soccer?
Yes.
I can tell you racing's a lot better than soccer, but soccer's fun too. Green flag's back here, look at this. I got distracted. Run, John, run. Grab that white flag, because we've got 1 more lap to go. Oh, here we go in the back stretch now in the turns number 3 and 4. Sidler, does he have anything for Douglas? Out to the line, it's going to be the 7 of Sam Douglas. Jedrick Sidler second. And it's going to be the 1 of Carter Bowen in third.
We are happy to announce that the Lions Club has already raised $392.
$392 Lions Club. Your Bald and Bougie Bandolero feature winner, the 7 of Sam Douglas. Come on over here, Sam. Well, Sam, a little bit of different format tonight. Had qualifying and then right into the feature. And qualified really, really well, and then got an opportunity to start there on the front row. And these guys behind you did really, really good job. They ran 15 laps in about 11 minutes, so that's pretty good. But you were out front for all that and had to work for some lap traffic.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without him, none of this is possible. And I want to thank my dad for giving me the opportunity to do this. I want to thank Redheads Racing for bringing down the cars, and Jedrick and James, his dad, for helping out. Give thanks to Cabe and Kel for coming down and helping me with this car to set it up. And I want to thank Douglas Tire and Auto, Martin's One Stop, Icon, Els Photography, KCM, Highland Dairy, and just everybody that's helped me. And if I'm missing anybody that has sponsored me, thank you.
Now, Sam, I got to say this. We love you at I-44 Speedway, but I think it's about time you travel and do some more racing, probably in Nashville and other racetracks, but come back and race when we race.
Yeah, I really hope so. I really hope that I get to do that. I just want to thank all the drivers for coming out, and that was fun.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Bald and Bougie Bandolero feature winner, the 7 of Sam Douglas. Let's give a round of applause for Morgan Rhodes. Last week she did this, and a fabulous job for me last week. All right, let's talk with here the 15 of Jedrick. Jedrick, good to see you first time this season. I know you've been doing a lot of racing up there at Nashville, and congratulations. We've been watching you. But different format tonight. Did some qualifying, then some a feature. But you did good. Car ran good, and just got a little bit faster there. But great night.
Yeah, thank you. I will 100% take this. We haven't been here in 6 months. I've been to so many different racetracks before here, so I'll take this second place tonight.
Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Wagner Portrait Group, and I want to thank my dad and Redhead Racing. My dad set up a Bandolero school, and that's the reason about half these cars are here. So I really want to thank them. I want to thank my mom, Happy Mother's Day, and I want to thank all my siblings and everybody who supports me.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jedrick Sidler. Right here, we're from Connor Bowen out of Rollin, Missouri. Connor, I was just talking about you there in a couple of laps ago. You were doing really, really well, and then got introduced to turn number 4, but you came through the Redhead Bando School, and what do you think about Bando racing?
I like it. It's really good. Lot quicker than I was expecting. I started on go-karts in Branson, Missouri, so that's kind of where I got my driving skills from. But other than that, it handled well. Good crew chief. I mean, everything's good. Brakes ain't good. That's not good. I ain't got no brakes. That's good.
Well, I've never had no brakes before, but I can't imagine driving down the road and having no brakes. So appreciate you. Thank you for being here. We're going to move on now to Waylon Green. Waylon, we talked before the races. He likes baseball, but I think you found a new sport, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you have fun this weekend?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part about this weekend?
Like, first getting in the car and, like, driving on the track and stuff.
Were you nervous?
Yeah.
You were? Well, congratulations, man. You did a great job. Looking forward to seeing you again. Wheel on down here. Ben and Malvin and Bennett, did you have fun tonight?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Honestly, I didn't see him in the first turn on the start of the race, and I felt bad. I really did. But I had a lot of fun tonight. I would just want to say a big thanks to the people that set this up, and they should do this a lot because a lot of people can learn.
All right, well, congratulations. Thank you for being here with the 10. Dominic Stevenson. Dominic, first time we got to talk to you this season. This ain't a football field or a baseball field or a basketball court. This is a racetrack, but are you having fun?
Yeah, even though it's not one of my few favorite sports, this is still fun.
Few favorite sports. So this ain't your few favorite sports?
It is. No, it is.
Okay. Anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank Aaron, my mom, and my dad.
All right, well, congratulations. And thank you for participating with us and looking forward to seeing what you do in the future. We'll get these cars back in the track, on the track and back in the pit area. Real quick, I'm going to pick on this guy right here. James, hey, man, you did an awesome thing this week and starting this Bando school. I remember just a couple of years ago, we were standing over there on that little track, and you came down here and looked at these Bando schools, and what you've done in this Bando program is awesome, man.
Well, you know, that was a year ago. We didn't know what a bandolero was a year ago, and here we are. we showed up to the first practice, we didn't even have a car. So, you know, we just want to get this interest up. We want to thank Redhead Racing for coming all the way here from North Carolina, setting these cars up. I think these guys had a blast, and so that's awesome. Hey, if you're into Bandolero racing, you think you want your kid to get into this class, I'm happy to answer any questions, but I think these guys did a great job, so appreciate it.
All right. Here we go. We're going to draw our 50-50 raffle ticket. It's a red raffle ticket, 4378287. 4378287. All right, there's a table right underneath United Insurers, underneath the suites, with the Lions Club neon green vest. Hey, Wobbs, where are you going? Come on. Come on. Don't listen to that flag man. Only the drivers. All right. Let's clear the track. Let's get ready now for our Chargers. Forgot about our Nicholas Bradshaw Chargers. They're going to be coming out next. It's going to be the 1 of Gary Barrows out of Gravois Mills, Missouri, the 53 of Joe Williams, and the 23 of Michael Jurgensen. We're ready, Simon. We're ready. Don't forget, we'll be back here next Saturday night. Going to be racing and competing for the Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial. And up next is the Nicholas Bradshaw Chargers. Going to be coming up next. Out here. He's going to get the experience of being in the infield. Right now in the Nicholas Bradshaw Charger division, it is Gary Barrows with 214 points, Jaden Smith with 156, and Michael Jurgensen with 110. And Jaden Smith not on hand with us tonight. So we'll see if Gary can expand on the point lead and Michael Jurgensen move up a spot there. Like I said, been low on the Charger count, but if you're wanting to get in the race the Charger is a great entry class as well to get you into racing. And just a reminder, I think they're still looking for that Lions Club ticket winner. That ticket is 437-8287. 437-8287. All right, here we go. The Taylor Garborough Pace Truck leading them out here. All three cars making the call. Gary Barrows on the inside of row 1. Joe Williams on the outside of row 2. And Michael Jurgensen in the 23 in row number 2. "12 laps will be your distance. Side by side. Are you going to be an announcer too, Trustin? You want to call this race, Trustin, for your birthday? You want to call this race for your birthday? You can call this race for your birthday. You want to call this race? Announce it?
I'll announce it.
Okay, you'll announce it? You got...
How about I just do it?
Okay, all right. He's going to stick to videography. Here we go. Pace truck's going to pull off. Lights are going off. 3 cars. 12 laps is the distance. Green flag is in the air. Joe Williams out front in that 53-1 of Gary Barrows right there at the rear quarter panel on the left side. Williams pulls away going into turns number 3 and 4. Here comes Michael Jurgensen on the outside. 3 cars battling for 1 spot. Joe Williams taking lap number 1. Now Gary Barrows jumps up front in the backstretch. Here comes Joe Williams now. Michael Jurgensen in the 23 sticking on that outside of the 53 of Williams. Right up against the wall. Gary Barrows out front in the 1. Joe Williams in the 53 in second. Michael Jurgensen in the 23 sitting there in third on the outside of Williams. Jurgensen now moves up to that 2nd spot. Gary Barrows with a 0.7 of a second lead in front of the 23 of Michael Jurgensen. The 53 of Joe Williams in third. Right now it's Barrows, Jurgensen, and the 53 of Williams. Gary out of Gravois Mills, Missouri. '23 of Michael Jurgensen in second. The 53 of Joe Williams in that 3rd spot. Gary Barrows out front. Michael Jurgensen closed the gap by 1/10 of a second. Now he's at 6/10 of a second. Five more laps to go. 5/10 of a second now. He's gaining 1/10 of a second every lap. 5 laps to go. He's 5/10 of a second behind Gary. Down into turns number 3 and 4 they go. Down the front stretch. Jurgensen running that outside lane up against the wall. Down the backstretch they go. Let's look at the time. 4/10 of a second. Once I said, he's closing 1/10 of a second every single lap. 5/10 of a second now. He's back to 5/10 of a second. A little bit slower that lap, but he's got 3 more laps to go. Out of turn number 4. Down the front stretch they go. 4/10 of a second now. Two more laps to go. Coming out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. Open tonight, it was Gary Barrows. Last week, it was Michael Jurgensen. And tonight, it's going to be the one of Gary Barrows out of Gravoisville, Missouri, getting the win. Michael Jurgensen second, and the 53 of Joe Williams in third. We might be short on the car count, but these drivers are producing some great racing action. As so far this season, it's been Gary, Michael, and then Gary. They're trading victories back and forth, but for a second time, Gary will pull down here in victory lane. And I'll get to interview him for the very first time, as we will pull the Taylor Garbro Waynesville, Missouri Chevrolet Silverado in front of the one of Gary. Already got his feature winner sticker from opening night. As he takes off the steering wheel here, takes off the safety equipment. D's and Guns and More, sponsor on the side. The Hoosier Racing Tires, Mr. Horsepower. She's taking off that, getting that helmet unstrapped. Holton Simmons will help him. Holton Simmons killed a turkey this morning with not just one, not just two, not just three, not just four, not just five, not just six, but 7 beards. 7 beards. Holton Simmons killed one. It might be going into Bass Pro. Appreciate Holton helping Gary get out of the car. We looked it up. The record is 8. As he gets out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, let him hear you. Your Nicholas Bradshaw Charger feature winner, the one of Gary Burrows. Well, Gary, second time you've been in victory lane. The first time you get to talk to me this season. Wow. I told him, the car count is short, but there's a lot of competitive drivers in that class, and we witnessed it tonight.
Michael, he's pretty tough. He's a pretty tough guy.
And this car right here, got it from Nicholas Bradshaw.
Yep, this used to be one of Nick's.
We were looking there on the times there, and 5 laps to go. Michael was 0.5 of a second behind you. Every lap, he was taking the 10ths off, but you were able to pull it away, and the car ran good.
I seen him coming back there. I was watching for him.
Anybody you want to thank?
Just want to thank my mom. She's not here anymore, but she's the one that got me started in this. She went through a lot of sacrifices, put up with a lot of stuff for me to do this.
It is Mother's Day's weekend, so that's very special. So, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Your Nicholas Bradshaw Charger feature winner, the one of Gary Burrows. Now we're going to get back on track here, and up next will be our Nate's Concrete and Pumping Street Stocks. And these guys have been producing some great racing action this season here in this class. Very competitive class. We got a former late model track champion in the field tonight, making a start in the street stock. So this is how they will roll out here. On the pole from Rolla, Missouri, will be the 7 of Mike Sloan. And on his outside from Lebanon, Missouri, will be the 6 of Ed Mangus. Row number 2 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri, will be the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. And on his outside, will be the 71 of Don Morant out of Rayville, Missouri. Row number 3 on the inside from Camdenton, Missouri, will be the 5 of Matt Hazel. And on his outside from Conway, Missouri, will be the 55 of Dale Thomas. Row number 4 on the inside will be Lebanon, Missouri's 0 of Corey Henson. And on his outside, out of Buffalo, Missouri, the 33 machine, it'll be Parker Darnell. Row number 5 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri, will be the 99 of Chris Albright. And on his outside from Eldon, Missouri, will be the 27 of Dakota Scribner. And then it will be last week's feature winner, 00 of Chris Johnson out of Lebanon, Missouri. Once again, this class has had 2 races, 2 different winners. Been Michael Jurgensen and Chris Johnson. Here we go. Get on the edge of those seats, ladies and gentlemen. Coming at you strong is the Nate's Concrete and Pumping Street Stocks. 11 cars, 20 laps is your distance. Here we go, getting them lined up here. Here we go. Taylor Garber, Chevrolet. Lead them down the front stretch. Race fans on the wild side, the last time you're going to see them going at this speed, because the next time they'll be flying by you. Grandstand side, get ready, because when they come out of turn number 4, they're going to be flying by you. It's the Nate's Concrete and Pumping Street Stock feature. 20 laps is your distance. Green flag is in the air. Mike Sloan front, your leader. Michael Jurgensen on the inside of the 6 of Ed Mangus. Down the backstretch they go now. Jurgensen and Mangus side by side, down to 4, down the front stretch. Mike Sloan takes lap number 1. The 88 of Michael Jurgensen in second. The 6 of Ed Mangus in third. The 5 of Matt Hazel moves up to that 4th spot now. You got 4 cars separating themselves from the rest of the field. Chris Johnson in a 00 has already moved up 4 spots. As he's sitting there behind the 71 of Don Morant. Battling there for 6. But right now it is Mike Sloan out front. Michael Jurgensen in that 88. Ed Mangus in the 6 in second. The 5 of Matt Hazel in 4th. Mike Sloan, 2/10 of a second lead. Here comes Jurgensen, going to show the nose on the inside. Red versus white, 7 versus 88. Mike Sloan holds on to the lead. Here we go, going into turns number 2. Down the backstretch they go, side by side. Even as Jurgensen slides in front of Sloan. Sloan now back on the outside. Jurgensen, your new race leader. What a pass there by Michael Jurgensen. But Mike Sloan not giving up. He's going to give it some extra speed here going into turns number 3 and 4. Ed Mangus and Matt Hazel having a great race there for 3rd. Chris Johnson has now moved up there into the top 5. "12 more laps to go." Here comes Sloan. Sloan not giving up. Michael Jurgensen been around this track a lot of times, and so has Mike Sloan. 2 really good competitive drivers competing for that top spot. And Mangus in the 6th, sitting there in 3rd. Matt Hazel in 4th. As here comes Sloan on that inside. Jurgensen coming to the line. The gap's going to be 1/10 of a second. Jurgensen, just like in the Charger, like in that outside lane. Here comes Sloan on the inside. Jurgensen holding his line. Sloan pushing a little bit extra at the line. Sloan takes back the lead. Mike Sloan now. Jurgensen side by side. What a race for the Nate's Concrete Pumping Street Stop. Out of turn number 4, they go down the front stretch. 0.09 of a second separating Sloan from Jurgensen. Look at the battle back there for third. Don't forget those two, Hazel and Mangus. Chris Johnson leading the rest of the way. Mike Sloan out front now. Michael Jurgensen in second. Ed Mangus in the 6th, in that 3rd spot. Matt Hazel in the 5, in 4th. Mike Sloan has 5 more laps to go. Michael Jurgensen in 2nd, Ed Mangus in 3rd. The 5 of Matt Hazel in 4th. The 00 Chris Johnson in 5th. Four more laps to go. Jurgensen not going without a fight. So we go now into turns number 3 and 4, but wait, caution. Caution is coming out for the 33. This is going to change everything, folks. 4 more laps to go. Mike Sloan had a 0.4 of a second lead on the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. It don't get better than this right here. 2 really good competitive drivers going to be side by side with the 2 bestest friends in row 2, Matt Hazel, Ed Mangus. And then you're going to have Chris Johnson and Corey Henson in row number 3 with 4 more laps to go. Corey Henson coming in as your point leader. 8 points in front of Michael Jurgensen, who's in 2nd point standings. Matt Hazel, who's sitting there in 3rd, is 3rd in the point standings. Here we go. Here we go. Whirring flag is back in the air. Can the 7 of Mike Sloan hold off the 88 of Michael Jurgensen? In the turns number 3 and 4 they go. Down to 4, down the front stretch they go. Here comes Mikey! Hold on to it, Mikey. Down the back stretch now. Mikey might have had that opportunity right there, got loose. Can he gain his momentum back up with 2 more laps to go? White flag is in the air one more time around. Check flags in the air for the 7 of Mike Sloan. Michael Jurgensen in the 88 second. The 5 of Matt Hazel in third. Chris Johnson moves up to that 4th spot, and Ed Mangus finishing in 5th. Wow, I am out of breath after that one. 20 laps of intense side-by-side racing all the way through the field. All the attention was on the battle for the lead between Sloan and Jurgensen. Then you had the battle for third between Hazel and Mangus. And then out of all of that, Chris Johnson comes up and finishes in the top 5. He's been in victory lane a lot of times. He's raced a lot of race cars. But he has taken off his safety equipment. Race fans, let them hear you. Your Nate's Concrete and Pumping Street Stock feature winner, the 7 of Mike's. Wow. Mike, let's talk real quick. We'll get your picture first. Wow. Mike, you've, congratulations. You've raced a lot of cars. You made a lot of laps on this track. It's been a while since you've been standing here, and you got a family now, and man, this thing was hitting on all cylinders tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, the car's pretty good. I got to thank the Douglas family, Aaron and the whole family, for allowing me to, they're trusting me with their race car. I took it home, scaled it. But yeah, the racing for me has slowed down because of my 2 little midgets right there, but just being able to come out here and make laps and have good hard racing like that fuels the fire for me, and I love it. I love every bit of it.
It was very exciting just to hear their reaction. Daddy, you did well. Daddy, you won. And that's exciting. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, they're both in the shop with me. Mainly, both of them are in there. Larkin and Lawson are both in there, but the youngest, Lawson, he is me through and through. My oldest one is my wife through and through, but they have been in the shop with me for 3 days straight now working on this race car, so they deserve it,
Yep, it's Mother's Day weekend, a great time to celebrate. And you still doing any softball?
I still am playing ball, but not near as much. I'm 49 years old this summer, and my body's not agreeing with that much anymore. So.
All right. Well, thanks, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, Dates Concrete and Pumping Street Stock feature winner, the 7 of Mike Sloan. Man, what a race. I'd pay you $500 to see that race again. Wow. All right. Up next. Man, what a next race this is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. As going into this race, we've got a 3-way tie for first place in the point standings in the M3 Hilltop Ranch late models. As right now, as the point standings go, we got Jimmy Phone, Trent Masters, and Gabe McQueenie tied at 198. Just got word, half-price food on the wild side before the last race, half-price food, the wild side before the last race. So get you some food. Here we go. The M3 Hilltop Ranch late models. This is how they'll roll out. He's from Bakersfield, California, but right now he's in Lebanon, Missouri. We've noticed that. It is the 05 of Gabe McQueenie. Then it'll be the 48 of Jimmy Phone out of Eldridge, Missouri. Row number 2 will be Cuba's Missouri's 07 of Terry Leparopoulos. On the outside, it'll be the 4 of Devin Russell's Lebanon, Missouri. Then it'll be the 3 of Brendan Willard out of Lebanon, Missouri. Five laps will be your distance. Looks like there might be something on the track. Not really sure. The drivers are stopping. Race receiver, having race receiver trouble. So making sure we get that fixed up there. Here we go. We got the tires warmed up. Light number 1, it was Dylan Bates. He's not on hand. Then it was the 3 of Brennan Willard. Getting last week's win. I think Jimmy might be fixing the steering wheel there, making sure he gets it straight. But 25 laps will be your distance. Good to see a few new drivers in this field. Returning drivers, the 07 of Terry Leparopoulos, the 4 of Devin Russell. As I mentioned too, thoughts and prayers are with the Phone family as they lost a great one this week. Glenn Phone from Phone Outdoor Power Sports. They're on Jefferson, right downtown Lebanon. The McQueenie Phone on row number 1, Masters and Leparopoulos, row number 2, Russell and Willard, row number 3. Here we go. Lights are off. Green flag, next time in the air, we're racing. Gabe McQueenie. Out front in the 05, the 48 of Jimmy Phone in second. The 3 of Britta Willard in third. 07 of Tyrel in that 4th spot. Kay McQuinney in that 05 out front. Bowen in the 48 in second. Willard in the 3 in third. Come around here. 3 laps in. It's the 05 of McQuinney. Out front, the 48 of Thone, second, the 3 of Willard, third. Kay McQuinney, out front in the 05. Willard and Thone side by side for that second spot. Willard jumps up the track. Here comes Thone on the inside. Battling for that second spot. Willard, Thone. Willard in front of Thone. It's McQuinney. Willard, Thone, the top 3. Terry Leparopoulos in the 07 in that 4th spot with the 73 of Trenton Masters in 5th. Cabe still out front, the 05. The 3 of Willard in second. The 48 of Thone in third. $14 more laps to go. Right now, as it stands, Kay with a 7/10 of a second lead in front of the 3 of Brennan Willard. Now 6/10 of a second. Little bit of smoke coming out underneath the 05 machine. The 3 of Willard sitting in second. Still, as the laps go through, a lot of smoke now starting to come out of the rear of the 05. Kay McQuinney out front, Brenna Willard in the 3 in that second spot, closing the gap on the 05. Side by side for the battle for the lead, as Willard will come out now, your new race leader, the 3 of Brenna Willard. And Willard out front with Kay McQuinney in that second spot. Kay, the 05, trying everything he can to gain on the 3 of Willard. We got 6 more laps to go. Brennan Willard, the second lead. Brennan Willard. 4 more laps to go. He grew up here as a child. His footprints are all over the place. But tonight, the tire marks are being laid down by the 3 of Brennan Willard. Trying to go back to back in the BW3 machine. White flag is in the air one more time. He was raised up here in Sleeper Holler, but tonight he's going to come out victorious. It's the 3 of Brennan Willard getting the win. The 05 of Cade McQuinney finishing second. The 48 of Jimmy Phone finishing third. The 07 of Terry Liparopoulos fourth, and the 73 of Trenton Masters coming home in fifth. Back-to-back wins. Alan Kowicki style victory lap. Thomas, give you some history right here. This is an Alan Kowicki victory lap. As you see there on Show Me Dirt, Thomas's video. Country music is backwards, but in racing, the victory lap is backwards because the driver wants to be closest to the fans. Fans, don't go anywhere. We still got the Crown Vics. If you're over there on the wild side, don't be getting in your cars just yet. But first, we got to talk with the BW, Brennan Willard. Taking off his safety equipment. Every opportunity he can. When he's not on the road racing his dirty late model, he makes sure he can make an appearance here at his home track, the track he grew up at, his grandpa built, and the family ran for many, many years. He will get another victory here in 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, your M3 Hilltop Ranch late model feature winner, the 3 of Brennan Willard. Brennan, man, look at that. You got the cheers there from the crowd. Wow, what a race there. Had to work at it though, because had a good qualifying, but put you there in the back, see what you can. This machine going fast. You and Dylan gonna have to quit playing this cat and mouse. I know your late model schedule is tight right now, but we'd love to see you both out here.
I was hoping he'd be here tonight, but I'm really proud of him. He did a heck of a job last week, and Diemer won that race. But Jimmy and Cade put up a heck of a race there, and everybody raced clean tonight. And Cade's going to be a heck of a wheelman, and he did a really good job. But we're going to try to make it back next week. We raced dirt in West Plains, but it ain't points, so we'll probably try to come home and race again next week. That's the plan. So as long as everything goes all right, we'll go to West Plains, get home about 4 in the morning because they can't run a good show like this, and sleep in the pits and be ready to go. So I appreciate everybody coming out. Good crowd tonight, and pretty awesome.
Hey, let's talk a little bit. Your grandpa built this track. Your family ran it for many years. Here, you announced here. Man, it's good to see this place still going.
Yeah, there's a good crowd tonight, and it's tough. Mother's Day weekend, you know, my instincts would be like, man, nobody wants to go. But there's a lot of moms out here. Thank you to all the moms, and there we go, and teachers too. So, I got a lot. And another thing, my grandpa always said you had to do a Polish victory lap. So I don't care what happens. If we win, we're always going to go around backwards. But that was for him. But I got a lot of people I want to thank real quick. Definitely need to thank Brandon Ernest with Ernest's performance. He's been every win with me. Mike Algar performance. TJR, Luke Hanley was racing dirt, and hopefully he makes it tonight. Lebanon Ready Mix, Midwest Sheet Metal. We got Chris Davis in Victory Lane tonight. There's so many people I'm going to forget. Willard Asphalt, Lebanon Ready Mix, Hamke Race Cars. Big shout out to Schaefer's Oil and Empire Energy for taking care of all of our fluids, fuel, and all that. And thanks, all glory to God, and thank you for all he's done. And it's pretty cool to have, wish Braden could have been here again, but pretty cool. I've got all my family here tonight. So my sister hasn't seen me race in years, and my brother's here too. So it's pretty cool to have everybody.
All right, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Your M3 Hilltop Ranch late model feature, the 3 of Brennan Willard. Oh, I heard you over there, turn number 2. You guys getting ready for the Crown Vics, aren't you, over there? 21 strong, I believe, if all start. 20 laps will be the distance as they wrap up here in Victory Lane. And man, what a night it's been right here on Mother's Day weekend. Finishing off Teacher Appreciation Week. Going into the final weeks of school, not very many weeks remaining, not very many days remaining. Graduation here for Lebanon next Friday night. A lot of things. Means a lot for you guys to show up here and have a great night here with your family and your friends. But we got one more event for you. It's the Martin's One Stop Crown Vics. 20 laps will be your distance. This is how they will roll out. On the pole, out of Eldon, Missouri, will be the 28 of Jacob Merriman. On his outside, had a great night so far tonight out of Lebanon, Missouri. It's the 8 of Sierra Hernan. Row number 2 on the inside, Richland, Missouri, will be the 12S of Ben Scott. On the outside will be the 55 of Brian Moore out of St. Robert, Missouri. Then row number 3 out of Bourbon, Missouri, will be the 88 of Zane Martin. On his outside from Marshfield, Missouri, will be the 69 of Chris Tender. Then row number 4 will be Springfield, Missouri's 00 of Coach Bill Brown. On his outside from Richland, Missouri, will be the 87 of A.J. Starnes. Row number 5 will be Arleta Vest out of Lebanon, Missouri, the 16. Oh, Arleta has some fans up there. And then out of St. Robert, Missouri, will be the 73 of Joseph McWhorter. Row number 6 on the inside from Girard, Missouri, will be the 44 of Jim Flannery. On the outside will be the Eldridge, Missouri's 93 of Roger Graves. Row number 7 on the inside from Plato, Missouri, will be the 3 of Garth Griswold. And on his outside from Washington, Missouri, will be the 68 of Rhonda Lamke. Then row number 8 on the inside will be Grove Springs, Missouri's the 31 of Farmer Deckard. And on the outside from Lakeway, Missouri, will be the 75 of Brad Halterman. Row number 9 on the inside from Mount Vernon, Missouri, will be the 21 of Drew Shaw. On the outside will be the 59 of Travis Wade out of Rogersville, Missouri. And then row number 10 on the inside will be Clay Sarton out of Marshfield, Missouri in the 19. And on the outside will be the 70 of Yvette Eichelman out of Cuba, Missouri. Then will be the 05 of Kay McQuinney out of Bakersville, California, and Lebanon, Missouri. Let's see if I still got a voice after this one, because we've seen some tight, close racing. But this is where we're going to go out with a bang right here. 21 cars, 20 laps. A lot of fun, a lot of excitement. If you're wanting to get into racing, this right here is the place you want to be, inside these race cars. Get ready, Trustin. You're getting ready to have a great birthday present here. Appreciate everybody watching on Shelby Dirt. Everybody live streaming the races. My friend Tyler Pollock is watching from his home. I'm missing those homemade chips. But I think this will overlap the homemade chips for me tonight, because this is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. These cars race from the top to the bottom, all over the place. A lot of fun. They've been doing some great jobs and getting these races in some quick times. I'm talking good about them. I've got faith in them. Race fans, they're coming at you here strong. 21 deep. 20 laps out of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. We're underway for the Martin's one-stop round fix. Jacob Berryman out front, your leader in the 28. Sierra Hermitage in the 8 in second. Ben Scott in the 12S sitting there in that third spot. Oh, what a save there in the back of the pack by the 75. Brad Halterman, what a save there to keep it green. Oh, trouble for the 8 of Sierra Hermitage. Off the pace. Hold on to it, Halderman. He's been loose there. Right. Jacob Berryman out front in the 28. Ben Scott in the 12S in second. The 55 of Brian Moore in that with the 69 of Chris Tinder in fourth. Right now it is Jacob Berryman, Ben Scott, Brian Moore, Chris Tinder, and Zane Martin. But Chris Tinder at the line in front of that 88 of Martin. They're side by side for fourth, with Coach Brown in the 00 and the 87 of AJ Stars battling there behind that battle for fourth. Right now, it's all Jacob Berryman out front. Sierra Hermitage, tough break for her. She pulls in the pit road. As of right now, it's Jacob Berryman out front. Ben Scott in the 12 in second. The 55 of Brian Moore in third. The 88 of Zane Martin in fourth. Jacob Berryman in second, the 12, but Ben Scott second. Here comes Zane Martin in the 88. On the inside of the 55 of Brian Moore. Side by side for the battle for third. Jacob Berryman. And we got trouble off the track. All right, here we go. Caution lights still on. 8 laps in, 12 more laps to go. Green flag is in the air. Jacob Merriman out front, the 12 of Ben Scott second. Zane Martin in the 88 in third. Coach Brown in a 00 in that fourth spot. Brian Moore in the 55, battling there with Coach Brown. Almost halfway through. Jacob Merriman will come out of turn number 4. 10 more laps to go. As it's Merriman, Ben Scott, Zane Martin, Coach Bill Brown in a 00, and Yvette Eichelman in the top 5. Oh, Merriman got loose. Can Scott take advantage of it? Here comes the 88 of Martin. Down into turns 3 and 4 they go. Martin on the inside of Scott. Side by side. With 8 more laps to go. We're staying green with Jacob Merriman out front. Zane Martin in the 88 in second. Ben Scott in the 12S in third. The 00 Bill Brown in that fourth spot with the 70 of Yvette Eichelman in fifth. Six more laps to go now. Here comes the 88 of Zane Martin on the inside of the 68 of Jacob Merriman. Now Martin has the advantage going down to the backstretch. Four more laps to go. Martin, Merriman, battling for the lead with lap traffic in front of him. Look at this as he's working through lap traffic, trying to expand the lead. Look at the race for fourth between Brown and Eichelman. Work now for traffic with the 16 of Arletta Vest. Here we go. Down the front stretch with 2 more laps to go. Here comes Ben Scott in the 28. Jacob Merriman gaining ground on the 88 of Martin. Here they come into turns number 3 and 4. Down the front stretch they go with 1 more lap to go. Down the backstretch of the turns, number 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, first ever Martin's one-stop Crown Vic feature win for the 88 of Zane Martin, the 28 of Jacob Merriman, the 12S of Ben Scott, Yvette Eichelman 4th, Bill Brown 5th. Wow, 21 cars, 20 laps, 1 caution, and we've got a brand new winner. In 16 minutes and 49 seconds. These ladies and gentlemen are producing some great racing in this Crown Vic class. And Zane Martin, he's going to park it right here in victory lane. Wow. A lot of young talent in this class, a lot of excitement. Woo! Out of Berman, Missouri, your Martin's one-stop Crown Vic feature winner, the 88 of Zane Martin. Woo! Zane, get over here. First of all, how old are you, buddy?
15 years old.
15 years old. Wow. Man, you can drive, man. Hey, that wasn't easy. 21 cars, 20 laps, 1 caution, and Jacob Merriman was in front of you, and then you just laid it to it and made a great pass.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to win, to be honest, today. I was starting 6th. I was hoping I did better in the heat race, but it all turned out good, I guess, because, I started from 6th and made my way up to 1st, so I feel good.
Hey, congratulations. It's Mother's Day weekend and a lot of great sponsors on your car. Let's thank some people.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa, my brother for helping me with this race car and, always being there for me. Sponsors I'd like to thank Eaton Funeral Homes in Sullivan, Missouri, Rack Shack Taxidermy, Hayes Enterprise, and Amicus Handyman and Remodeling.
Wow, congratulations, man. What a race. What an exciting time. Ladies and gentlemen, your Martin's one-stop Crown Vic feature winner, the 88 of Zane Martin. Woo! What a night. Once again, guys, we appreciate you for coming out to the greatest racetrack and throughout all America. She's a beauty. She produces some great racing. She's a beautiful facility. She's got the best fans in the country and the greatest staff of them all. And she's got the greatest mothers and the greatest teachers. And right now, I am getting a phone call, but I'm talking right now. Well, let's see. Let's answer it real quick. Hold on. Hello. Huh? Okay, he's coming. All right. Hey, Zane, your mom is coming. Your mom is coming. Stay right there. Mama is on the way. I kept getting the phone call. It was my wife, and it was your mom. Zane's mom. I'm coming. We've got to get her this Mother's Day present. Woo! Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to answer that phone call. But hey, on behalf of everybody here, myself, Super Shane, I want to wish all you mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. Thank you once again to our teachers. We appreciate you. And happy special birthday to my friends, Jace Jones, David Douglas, Tristan Cox. Man, what a night. Can't wait to do it next week for the Nick Bradshaw Memorial. We'll see you guys then.